Well, good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in. Today we've got a chicken processing day planned ahead. I'm telling you, you can do this. All right, with the world and what it's coming to and the uncertainties, you've got to be a little bit more self-reliant. We're going to show you today how we process chickens, and we're doing it without power. We had the Hurricane Helene come through. And I don't know if you can see in the background all the debris and everything. The chickens are surviving. If you've seen our previous video, I'll link that so you can watch it. But you can do this even without power. Chicken processing day. Let's get started. Well, there's the chickens down there, the meat birds, and you can see the tree that fell yesterday during that hurricane session, but they have been restricted of food for 24 hours. They've had nothing but water, and that basically just helps to clean out their crops. So when you're going to process them, you need to make sure their crops are clean. It just makes for a cleaner processing. It's kind of gross if everything's left from what they've been eating. But they've been food free for 24 hours and they've had plenty of water, and we're gonna move them. We're gonna set up the kill cone station and get the plucker and the scalder, all those things ready to go. And so I'm just gonna give you the basic rundown of just the simple things that you need. Number one, you need a scalder. This is just a turkey scalder we got at Rural King. You need a plucker. Now this is gonna be probably your biggest expense. We rented ours for 50 bucks a day. There was a guy on Facebook that was renting them out. So you definitely need those two items, plucker and a scalder. And today is gonna be the worst day of their lives. They don't know it. I mean, they have lived a great life. They moved on fresh grass every day, sometimes twice a day, especially at the end as they were getting bigger. Plenty of nice, clean water. We've got our kill cone station set up. I built that. There's a little video tutorial on how to build that, plus all of this processing setup. I'll leave that link above. You definitely need a table, knives, sharpener, trays. We got the water thermometer. Got two coolers, one for the pink bath, which helps to clean them. That's gonna have vinegar in it, and one with all the ice where they're gonna help cool down. All right, the first one. Are they fitting good? Plus, it's a small pot.
Tested a few.
Playing with your food?
Yeah, I'm
Oh my gosh. All right, feet, hearts, livers, chickens. Well, we're on the home stretch here. We've got just a few left. Power still out, running on a generator. You can, you can hear it up there. I look crazy. I held up my knife like a cereal. Yeah. Anyway, so we're just about done. It's getting late. It's taking a lot longer because you don't have the running water. So what we did was we just used water from our rain barrels. The water flows down. It's not super high pressure, but it works. So we've got our rain barrel up there, and we feed it all the way down, and that is the water that we're using to process. Yeah. The pressure's not as good, but it gets the job done. And we're getting ready to get rained on, and that's okay.
We are processing chickens off-grid during a hurricane.
I haven't thought of it that way.
It's a military one.
Whoa.
It's like the ones they used to carry.
That's cool. Really, the only thing that we are running on the generator is the plucker. Everything else off-grid. Out of necessity, but it's actually kind of cool that it's worked out this way. So what do you think about us off-grid processing? Really didn't have a choice, did we?
We did not. I mean, with chickens, it's kind of like you can't wait another week. They'll get too big. Yeah. I mean, then they're starting to get, you know, 7-8 pounds, and people just don't want to cook those.
And they wouldn't fit in the kill cone. Like some of the roosters that are going in are almost too big.
Right. But then they just take forever to defrost, and you got to piece them out, and not everybody wants to do that. So. Right.
Yeah. Nice. Tree down, tripping hazard. 1 negative to the hurricane. Well, we're on our final 2 birds. What has been the biggest difference you face? I mean, it's obvious, no power.
Yeah.
But if somebody were going to do this off-grid,
I mean, you can totally do it. It just seemed a little slow, went a little slower. I think we had less water pressure, and that's really about it. Because we were able to hook up everything that we needed to.
Got to have a generator.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have to pluck them. You could skin them, and we did a video on that where we showed you how to skin a chicken without a plucker. But if you don't have a plucker, skin it. If you do have a plucker, you got to have a generator or some type of power.
Yeah.
You got to have the propane tank, some type of scalder, which we're using like a turkey scalder. But if you got coolers, the other thing was ice. We had to make sure we had ice. So we had to go out and get ice from the grocery store.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that everything's cooled. But the generator runs the freezers inside and the fridge.
Right.
So you got to have a generator or some type of power.
Some like,
solar power.
Or a generator, something that you can hook up power cords to.
Yeah. And there you have it. Processing chickens with no power. We didn't necessarily choose it, but it's a good way to know that we can still do it. And you guys can do it too. If you've ever thought about raising your own meat birds for your family to be a little bit more self-reliant, start small. Order you about 20 to 25 little chicks. They'll come in the mail. Get your brooder. It doesn't have to be anything special. 3 weeks in the brooder, 5 to 6 weeks outside, and then you can process. So you totally can do it. Believe me, the first time we did it, it was a bit unnerving when you actually have to cull the chickens. But after a couple times, you know, you get used to it. The fear goes away. But we just proved today that we can do it without power. If you're living off-grid, totally can do this, or this is what you're looking to do in the future. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to bag these chickens up, weigh them, put them in the freezer, and appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.